Hello and welcome to my All Seasons lemonade stand. So for today's video, I will be reviewing Asian skincare products. So yeah, let's get started. So I will be going in the order of how you would usually do like a regular skincare routine. So first up is the first cleanser, which is like a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil. So I've been using the KOSÉ Speedy cleansing oil. I think it does like a good job of taking off my makeup. I would say though for mascara, because the one I've been using, it's so hard to come off, so it does take a bit of like rubbing in to fully take it off. This doesn't have any added fragrance or essential oils, so I think it will be pretty okay for most or maybe all skin types. I don't know, like it really just depends on what your skin reacts to, but it's pretty cheap for how much you get. This is 230 mils, so that's quite a lot of product, and I have been using this for a few months already. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I like how when I rinse it off, it doesn't leave like a greasy feeling, which is surprising for me because it's an oil cleanser. But also, I've been double cleansing just recently in the past year, or maybe 2 years or so. I don't really have a lot to compare it to. I only used a cleansing balm, and then I used this cleansing oil. Moving on to the second cleanse, so that's like your foaming, your gel. What else is there? Milk? I think that's it. Yeah. I've just been using gel cleansers recently. I have used quite a few of foaming cleansers in the past, but most of the time they just end up being too stripping for my skin. But the last foaming cleanser that I used, which was the ETUDE House Soonjung pH 5.5 foaming cleanser. It's in a bottle like this, but like it's just like all white. That one was super gentle, and I feel like a little does not go a long way for that product. You need like a decent amount of product to actually cleanse the skin properly. But yeah, I definitely recommend that one. So moving on to the gel cleansers. First up, I will be talking about the ROVECTIN Skin Essentials Conditioning Cleanser Advanced Formula Hypoallergenic. This is like the longest title of a skincare product that I've ever had, so I would say this has been like my most favorite cleanser that I have used probably like my entire life. I definitely would repurchase this. I actually have repurchased it. I'm just waiting for the product to come. But yeah, if you're looking for something that's gentle but also you want a little bit of like foam to it, then this I would definitely recommend. Also, there's like no weird smells or like well, there's no added fragrance or like essential oils, but also it doesn't smell weird. It has like a nice, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a very neutral jelly smell to it. And the other gel cleansers that I've been using is the Low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. And I've just been using this for, I would say, about a month now, but I haven't been using it every day because it does have a little bit of chemical exfoliation in this. It does have, was it BHA or AHA? Not sure, but it has some kind of chemical exfoliant, and it has tea tree oil. Like the ROVECTIN one, if you lather it a bit, it does foam quite a lot. I would say between these two, they do foam about the same, and none of these leave a squeaky feeling on my skin, which is really good. But also it feels nice and cleansed. The only thing I would say about this is the scent. I think it is the tea tree oil, so it does take a while to get used to. But besides that, there's like no added like fragrance, only the tea tree oil. These are great to use together because I don't use this every day. I use it maybe like every other day because I feel like that'll just be too much for my skin. But it's like a super gentle exfoliation, chemical exfoliation. So those are all the cleansers. So moving on to toners. So I actually have been using toners for quite a while actually. And then at one point I just stopped using them and then I got back into them again. So the first one I started using again was similar to this one. It's the HADA LABO Shirojyun Moist. Yes, and then this one's the HADA LABO Premium Shirojyun. And then this is just the regular one. Regular consistency. But yeah, with the HADA LABO lotions, it's called lotion, but it's technically a toner. They have different lines for different like targets. So there's like dehydration, so that would be the Gokujyun. There's this one, Shirojyun, for hyperpigmentation, and there's like just all other kinds. And then between those, you can choose between like a regular consistency or a more moist or thicker consistency. So I would say like between the regular consistency and the moist type is definitely really good for super dry skin or using it in like the colder winter months. The consistency of the moist one, it holds its shape more, so you can definitely tell that it's thicker and more hydrating or moisturizing. It even says in the instructions that you have to put enough so that at one point your hand, when you put your hand on your cheek or like put your hand on your skin, it like kind of like sticks to your hand, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's just the instructions. So if you don't like that, then I don't really recommend the moist type. And then compared to the regular type, the light. Oh, okay, you know what? I'm gonna say the light type and the moist type, so it's not confusing because it does get confusing. But the light type, which is like the regular type of consistency, it's just like water. So you can definitely like layer with that one. Whereas the moist type, you don't really need so much. Like I feel like a little does go a long way for it. But yeah, so the line is the Shirojyun line. So there's the regular Shirojyun and then there's the Shirojyun Premium. So the regular one targets hyperpigmentation, and then this also targets hyperpigmentation, but like it targets like more stubborn hyperpigmentation. And I gotta say, it's really hard to tell if it does anything for my hyperpigmentation, because first, like in terms of my freckles here, like my sun freckles, you can see, because I've had them for quite a while actually. I feel like I need something more concentrated. Also for my post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation marks, I think maybe it did help like accelerate the healing time. So, yeah, I think overall like it's a nice, like the Shirojyun and then the Shirojyun Premium, they're nice basic toners to use when you have like non-stubborn hyperpigmentation. I don't know, it's hard to tell sometimes. Like I would say like it's hard to tell if the product is helping with it or it's like the passage of time, because as time goes on it'll eventually like heal on its own. Next up, I have also been using this one. So it's the NATURIE Hatomugi skin conditioner, and oh my god, this is now my holy grail. I love using this. I think like you have to use it, obviously you have to layer it, and you have to use it for at least like a few months, maybe 2 or 3 months to see the results. Not really see, but more of like feel, because I do feel like a difference in my skin texture. Like it's so soft now when using this, and in combination with another product that I will talk about later. But yeah, there's no, oh yeah, oh my god, what am I saying? So there's no added fragrance or essential oils in these ones, and there's also no added fragrance or essential oils in this one, and it's super lightweight, so layering a lot of this really won't leave you with any stickiness or anything. Because I have layered like a lot like at one point. I feel like it does take quite a while to figure out how this works for you, because for me, I use like 15 to 20 drops in total. So like 3 layers of 5 drops, so in total like 15. That pretty much like works out for me. I have seen other reviews and they say layer it like more, 10 to 20 drops per layer, and I feel like that's just too much. So it really just depends on how it works for you. Maybe like more works for you or less. I love using products with Hatomugi in it now. It's so beautiful. But next step or next type of product are spot treatments. So I have been using this one. It's the Target Pro by WASOSEN. It's the whitening freckle corrector. I got this when I was in the Philippines. I can't speak today. I was visiting the Philippines and I got this from like WASOSEN, which is like a very common drugstore there. And I found this one. So this is obviously for my hyperpigmentation because I do pick on my skin, which I know is terrible. It's a super bad habit, but I've been trying to obviously not do that anymore. I got this for that. And I would say I feel like this did help with my dark spots. It has 3 types of vitamin C, or like derivatives of vitamin C, and it also has tranexamic acid and diamond cert, which is like a diamond powder or something like that. I really like the texture too. Like it's very light in consistency, like a very light cream, and also no added fragrance or essential oils. So I wish I could repurchase this, but I have to find other ways to deal with my hyperpigmentation, but I really like this product. All right, now moving on to emulsions, or like a very light moisturizer. So first, I will be talking about a product that I don't have anymore, but I did do a video of swatching it. It's the Round Lab 1025 Dokdo lotion. Yeah, so I use that as an emulsion, and it's a super nice, like, lightweight emulsion. What else was I gonna say in it? It doesn't have any added fragrance or essential oils, which is really good for sensitive skin. The texture is super lightweight. Like it's a nice light cream that dissolves. Yeah, I would say like dissolves in your skin really quickly. So it's a great morning moisturizer and to layer at night. So I definitely recommend that one. I mean, it's like 200 milliliters, so that's a great amount. All right, and then next up is the HADA LABO, the Gokujyun Aging Care. So yeah, this is like one of the other lines that I was talking about with the toner, because they have a lotion which is focused on like anti-aging. So this is the emulsion / milk. Was I right? Because like I feel like they're the same thing, the emulsion and the milk. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but like they're basically the same thing. Like they're more lightweight moisturizer. There's no added fragrance or anything like that, no essential oils, but the actual smell of it, like girl, it smells so good. Like, oh, it smells so good. I don't know how they make it smell so nice. Like it smells like a jello that you can like eat. It smells like an edible jello. Ugh, I love the smell. But yeah, this, I would say, out of all the emulsions I use, this is the most like heavy and moisturizing. So the texture is like more of a gel texture, so it does take like more time to dry up. So that's the only thing about this. I have been using it as a night moisturizer because I do feel like in the warmer months it is moisturizing enough. So yeah, and also it comes with refills. I think, yeah, most of the HADA LABO products have refills. All right, and last in the emulsions category is the NATURIE Hatomugi Skin Conditioning Gel. I forgot the name for a second. I would say this has been my favorite emulsion. Oh my god, I love these products so much. Yeah, this has been my favorite emulsion so far. And I haven't even been using it like for that long. I think I've only been using it for like about a month or so. And I've been loving this. Using these together, I feel like it has changed my skin in that it's like so smooth now. I love it so much. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. There's no added fragrance or essential oils, and it doesn't really smell like anything. It has a it has a gel texture, and it dries up pretty quickly, but it does leave the skin feeling like soft. But I would say this is definitely not enough for a night moisturizer. I have tried, and I feel like it's not enough. So I definitely have to layer something with this, but this is a great morning moisturizer before sunscreen and then layering at night. I love it so much. So yeah, these have been my holy grail. These have been my holy grail products. And another thing about these products is that they come in such huge quantities. Yeah, that's the words I was looking for. Quantities. Like this is 500 milliliters and this is 180 grams. This might work for oily skin as just like a moisturizer on its own. For me, I have more normal to dry skin, so it's definitely not enough on its own. So great morning moisturizer, great emulsion. Yes. Oh, if I had to compare this to something, it would definitely be similar to the Nivea Super Water Gel, in that when you first apply it, it's a jelly consistency, and then when you spread it in, it like disperses into water and it dries up pretty quickly. So yeah, those are definitely similar in terms of texture and finish. All right, moving on to moisturizers. So for this one, for me, it's not really a moisturizer. It's because it's like super lightweight, but I'm only including it in this category because it's labeled as like a moisturizer, because it's all in one. It could be like how do I say this, an essence, an emulsion, a mask, and a moisturizer gel all in one. So when I first bought this, I wanted to use it as a moisturizer, but then I found out that it really wasn't enough. Like I felt like it wasn't sealing in the moisture enough, but it does do a good job of hydrating and softening the skin because it does have that Hatomugi in it also. Yeah, so it's a gel texture, and in comparison to the NATURIE one, I would say this definitely takes longer to dry down, but the finish, how does this make sense? Yeah, the finish is like drier than the NATURIE conditioning gel. But yeah, this is also good for an emulsion, a morning moisturizer, anything like that. And it's 300 grams, so you can be pretty generous with this. So I actually also use this on my body, and I use this as like a wash off mask. Oh, also this has no added fragrance or essential oils, I think, but it does have like the more fatty oils such as olive oil and some other stuff. And the last product I will be talking about today is the HADA LABO I forgot what it's called, the HADA LABO Gokujyun Perfect Gel. It used to be my favorite moisturizer, but now I feel like I've fallen out of love for this. I used to love it, and then now I'm looking for something different, something more of like a creamy consistency. But as a name is called gel, perfect gel, it is like a gel texture. You would expect like a gel moisturizer to be super lightweight, but this one actually is really moisturizing in my opinion. It doesn't have any added fragrance or essential oils in it, but the smell, oh my god, I'm obsessed with the smell. It smells like similar to this one's. Actually, do they smell the same? Let's see. Yeah, they smell super similar. So there's just something about these HADA LABO products that like have something that make them smell so good, as if it's like edible jelly. Okay, I used to love this before because of It's super nice texture, like jelly texture. It's like super light and nice and smooth on the skin to apply. The only thing is it does take quite a while to dry down, which is unexpected for a gel moisturizer, because I have a satin pillow now that I sleep on. So what would happen is, like, when I lay down, when I wore this moisturizer, it would stick to the pillow like this, which is not what you want when you buy a satin pillowcase. You want everything to be smooth, right? And not dragging your face. Everything else I like. But now I want to try more moisturizers that are on the creamier texture and that dry up faster, so I don't have that like sticky feeling, especially on my satin pillowcase. So yeah, so I won't be talking about sunscreens because I did post a video pretty recently, kind of, talking about those that I have used. That's pretty much the end of my video. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.